Hello. In the previous video, I showed you on how to export data and how to transform it through Excel or through an online tool to make a table out of it and to be able to make your own pivot table and to make your own reports in Excel. Now, this works fine for the basic tables, but once you want to open all the custom fields that you have made for the profile, you will notice that this gets a little bit more difficult if you try to do it yourself within Excel. So actually the easiest way to do it for the profile data is to use the online tool, which I have showed the last time. I will now take you step by step on how to do it, so you will see that it's quite easy to do and that you can then go forward again, like I showed in the previous video. So first step, again, is to download the data. So we go to our participants and we download the participant information, which contains all the profile fields. So next step, we will go to the online environment, convertcsv.com. We will choose our file, and you can see here the download that I just did. So I will open it, and I will convert it from JSON to Excel. Click on this, and it will generate a file. It's already finished, so we will open this file. And what you will see now is that the steps that we did manually in the previous video, opening each table column by column, selecting which columns we want to see and which we don't want to see, that this has been done automatically by this conversion tool. It just keeps all of the columns. So of course, a next step for us now is to clean up the columns which we don't need to see. This works very fine, as I said, for this participants download. This doesn't work very good for your intervention download. Why? Because in the intervention download, you get a lot of extra lines with all the participant IDs. And so then the online tool does not always give you the good end result in Excel, which is usable to continue working with. But for the participant profile download, this works perfectly. So as you can see, again, we have the ID code of the participant, the name. You can see that these are the same names as in the previous video, the birth date, gender, the nationality, the same data that we kept last time. We have a value which is enabled. These are just the fact of that this participant is still active or not. Probably we will not need this. We have the legal status, which is not filled in our account, so I will not keep this. So here we will just remove. First of all, we will make sure that we can adapt the file by making sure that we can change it. And now we will actually remove these columns because I don't want them. You can see here legal status, all the possibilities which are enabled or not enabled, but this really does not give any additional information. So what we will actually do is delete all of these columns. Second one is the home status. And you can see here that actually in our test environment, we actually recorded some home statuses for some of the participants. So I will keep this column. The other home status columns, I will all remove. You can see that there are a lot of them. Just until here, you can see it at the title, and I will remove them. So we have the nationality, the home status. Now we are coming to the custom fields. That's the reason why we took it this way and not ourselves in Excel. You can see here, the custom field has an ID code. It has a title, and it has a value which has been filled in. You can see that we don't fill this in a lot in our organization. It was just an example. So what we actually want to keep is the data that has been filled in, this column. And we want to keep this as a title for this column. So what we will do, we'll copy the value, put it here, and then we can actually remove these two columns. This is also a column which we can remove. It just says that the data is a string instead of a number, for example, or So same for this custom field, you will always have 4 columns, one with the ID code, one with the type of field, one with the name of the field, and one with the values. So we keep the one with the values, we delete the 3 other, but first we change the name like this, so that we still know what we're talking about. So I will delete these 3. Next, for this one, same, and delete these 3. So this can take a little bit of time if you have a lot of custom fields that you have created to delete these columns. Of course, you don't have to delete them. If you just leave them there, it will not harm you in any way. It's just a little bit cleaner to not have all of these columns hanging around all of the time. So what I will do, I will just first copy the names. That goes faster. And once I have copied the names, I will delete all of the columns I don't need. And now you can see, going for all of the extra fields that we have created, all the data that we have gathered. Next, we have, if there are images linked, we can see here the URL where the images are stored. That's not really useful for us. And then we have the legal status. And for the legal status, you can see that we have a lot of fields again. So you can see here for this, for example, this is in Dutch, and this is the English version. This is the normal version. So I will just keep this one. And all the other ones are just the same, but in another language. I will not keep that. And then we have the home status, which has not been filled in. So we have now cleaned up this table where we have the same information that we had before when we did it manually, but now we have all the other data fields also still available. And I forgot to delete these 2, so I will delete them. Okay. So now if we want to combine this table with, for example, the table of all the interventions, we will first need to tell Excel that this is actually a table. It's not really difficult. We just say here, we go to data, and then we say that we want to make this into a table. We have headers, and we have the title as a header. Okay, so we have to click this. And you can see now the same thing we had before, that we now have this data stored as a table. Okay, save. And see that it now changes to a table. And from now on, we can do the same coupling, the same interaction that we had before with the list of interventions, where we can link this data together and make some nice reports with all the information, but now also containing all the custom profile fields, which are otherwise a little bit more difficult to have. Okay, that was it for today. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.